Yo, it's your boy Marita boy. I'm back up in this thing, man. Listen. Look, man, if y'all missed last night's live, man, please go check out last night's live, man. It was a great live, man. We enjoyed ourselves. It was very informative, man. Go check that thing out. Go hit that like button, man. Go jump in the chat, put replay game. You know what I mean? Because you're catching it on the replay. I appreciate you guys. Also, man, I hope you guys had a happy Father's Day, man. You know what I mean? Happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers. Maybe some of y'all wasn't on the live yesterday to hear me say Happy Father's Day, but Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, man. Um, I ain't gonna lie, man. I wasn't gonna do no live this early, but man, I always be scouring these YouTube screens, and I be looking for stuff, man. And I ain't gonna even tell y'all no lie, man. I ran across this Harvard article, right? I ran across this Harvard article that that said that ETs might be among us, man. You know what I'm saying? Now normally I would have just, probably overlooked it, just went on and overlooked it. But when I seen Harvard attached to the front of the study, that's where all the smartest people in the world and go to school at Harvard. You feel me? So I'm like, okay, it might be some legs to this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? A couple like last year, I think it was last year, we had the alien crash in what it was, Nevada, yeah. And then we had the congressional hearing earlier, late last year, about the aliens. You know what I mean? They got all the people got in Congress and we talk about the aliens. So I'm like, hey man, listen, man, I wouldn't be doing my job if I ain't bring y'all the news, man. You know what I mean? One thing about this channel, man, we're gonna talk about it all, man. You know what I mean? If I find it credible, interesting, important, or educational, we're gonna talk about it, gang. We're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Also, we're gonna talk about Terrence Howard, man. This Terrence Howard, it's been going around, man. Y'all know Terrence Howard from Hustle and Flow. You know what I mean? It's hard out here for a pimp. Yeah, him. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no nigga. You ain't no nigga. Yeah, that nigga that put the little baby out on the porch. You know what I mean? Y'all remember Terrence Howard on Hustle the Flow when he put the little baby out on the porch when the whole act like she want to act right. You know what Terrence Howard did, right? He put her ass out and he put the baby out on the floor on the porch in a baby walker. Yeah, my boy was cold, man. You ain't no nigga. Yeah, him. Yeah, him. So it's been going around that people either saying Terrence Howard is a genius or he crazy. It's one of the two. So I did a little digging and I seen a little couple of little interviews. He went on Joe Rogan and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm on the fence with this one here because he seems very enthused. He's like a type of person that he likes to learn and he likes science and things of that nature. And me personally, I can vibe with that because I'm similar, just like Terrence Howard. Like I like that type of stuff too. But he got himself into a little trouble here with Neil deGrasse Tyson. If y'all know who Neil deGrasse Tyson is, he's one of the smartest men in the world too. And Terrence Howard kind of reached out to him and showed him some of his theories and stuff. And Neil deGrasse Tyson kind of like that, hey, kind of had to slap him with reality a little bit, like, hey, little nigga, hey, this shit you talking about don't make no sense, bro. Know what I'm saying? I know you think you know everything, but at the same time, you don't know enough. You know what I'm saying? Because if you knew enough, you'll know this shit you talking about here don't make no sense. But we gonna get into it. So Neil deGrasse Tyson and Terrence Howard, Hustle and Flow, TJ, it's hard out here for a pimp. You ain't no nigga. Yeah, that nigga right there. They is in a beef, dog. They is like in a Revenge of the Nerds geek type beef, my nigga. Yeah, real shit. So we're gonna talk about it. But before we get into it, man, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Please donate to the channel, man. Please donate to the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Please donate to the channel. Frank Morgan say, my fault about last year, bro. We got into an argument, got humble. God, homie, hope you doing good. Yeah, appreciate you, gang. Yeah, hey, man, it ain't nothing, my nigga. It ain't nothing. I appreciate you for coming back and apologizing, though. That's real nigga shit right there. I can respect it. Yeah, you welcome. Appreciate you, man. That's real man shit, though. Appreciate you. Hey, look, but before we go to y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button. Please make sure y'all donate to the channel, man. The cash out right there on the screen, man. I appreciate it, man. It don't matter. It could be anything. $1, $2, $3, $5, $10. It don't matter, man. Just to show your appreciation and support for the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Also hit that like button, man. For real, for real. Appreciate you, Frank, man. I damn sure appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, bro. Real nigga shit, man. Let me tell you something, bro. Real men can sit down and talk about shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you came back and you said that right there, my nigga, you know what I mean? I appreciate it, dog. Real shit. That's some real nigga shit. You know what I mean? You see, I ain't come back. You see, I ain't come back with no, oh fuck nigga this, fuck nigga. Nah, bro. You came in right, bro. You came in apologize, bro. And I appreciate that, my nigga. And you welcome to you. I appreciate you. I apologize too if I said some things, you know what I'm saying? And you cool, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You cool. I appreciate that. A lot of people can't do that, dog. A lot of people got too much pride, dog. You know what I'm saying? For real, dog. Real nigga shit, dog. So I appreciate you, my nigga. Straight up. I'm closing YouTube to get on Cash App. All right, 100, bro. I appreciate you. See, that's real nigga shit right there. That's how men can sit down and you know what I mean. It don't even take that long, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no knock against you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you go back and reflect on some situation that happened, and then just try to, just try to get that shit. You know what I mean? Squash that shit. Life too short, my nigga. For real, straight up. I appreciate it for doing that. I really do. Honestly, I do. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people that ain't man enough to do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Telling you now, nigga just be wrong as hell, or nigga just be stubborn and just you know what I mean? Just never let shit go and all of that shit there. Yeah, man. Just no, that shit ain't cool, man. I appreciate him for real. Yeah, but let's get into this Harvard study about these UFOs, man. You know what I mean? We gotta, you know what I mean? Hey, man, we gotta talk about it, man. I want to know, do y'all believe this shit for real, dog? You know what I mean? Hey, well, like I said, they said Harvard, bro. When they put Harvard on top of it, hey, I got to check it out.
Harvard finds that aliens might be living among us. Harvard University's Human Flourishing Program speculates UFOs may be spaceships visiting alien friends planted right here on Earth, that is. Those aliens that are disguised as humans trying to fit in. Study examines 4 different alien theories, okay, including technologically advanced ancient human civilization, plus ETs from the future. The study says aliens could either live among us, underground, or inside the moon.
Inside.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what to do with that.
Wow.
And the video was interesting, though. They were just at the beach, all those aliens.
You just saw the beach.
They're living among us.
Yep, they are. And I want to say a happy Alien Dad's Day, because I'm sure there's like dads.
Hold on, what is that? What she said? Aliens at?
Why not?
Sure. They're going to be enjoying our nice weather.
Hold on, I got to go back now. What she said? Aliens at? Hold on.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what to do with that.
Wow.
And the video was
Hold
interesting.
on, what she said? Aliens at?
Civilization, plus ETs from the future. The study says aliens could either live among us, underground, or inside the moon.
Inside.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what to do with that.
Inside of what? Inside the moon?
They were just at the beach.
Man, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you why I think them aliens at, bro. If they is here, man, they definitely under the ocean, bro. They definitely is in under the ocean, bro. Have y'all ever seen the creatures that be coming out of the ocean? The little squid looking shits, and we got parts of the ocean that we ain't even explored yet, cause we can't even go all the way down there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if it is aliens and they is among us, bro, I believe they is in the ocean, bro. Like, but this is a Harvard study here, y'all. This ain't just me blowing smoke out my ass. I wouldn't even bring this shit to y'all. You know what I'm saying? This ain't that type of channel. I wouldn't even bring this shit to y'all if it was just some BS, dog. But they put Harvard on the front of this game. You know what I mean? They put Harvard on the front of this. Like, look, it's some more Harvard studies too, bro. I'm gonna show y'all some more Harvard studies, bro. I mean, it's some more people that's reporting on this, bro. So y'all just know, you know what I mean? Marita ain't just talking, dog.
Sure. They're going to be enjoying our nice weather here.
See? Aliens are already on New Harvard. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. We're gonna keep playing. We're gonna see what they got going on. Hit that like button.
Harbor Freight makes it easy to tackle.
Now we're going to talk about extraterrestrial life forms. Researchers at Harvard speculate that an unidentified technologically advanced population could be secretly living among humans on Earth. Those Harvard researchers joined forces with scientists over at the Montana Technological Institute. In a new paper, the team hypothesized that sightings of UFOs, quote, could be signs of aliens, quote, concealed in stealth here on Earth, or even, quote, walking among us. The researchers urge the scientific community to keep an open mind and be open to their claims. The research also shared the possible existence of a non-human underground civilization that may be, quote, descendants of unknown intelligent dinosaurs, and also determined there could be hidden occupants likened to angels or fairies that have traveled to Earth. A lot here to unpack. So I do want to bring in a true expert here, world-renowned Nick Pope, previously ran the British government's UFO project and joins us now live to discuss. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today.
Thanks. Thank you for having me on.
Of course. Well, first off, as I mentioned, there's a lot to this. So can you break down some of the findings here and what they really say and what they really mean?
Certainly. I think it's important to stress at the outset that this is not, for example, hard astrophysics. This is not a group of scientists saying, we have found something and here are the data. This is more, it is a multidisciplinary project, and it does indeed come out of Harvard, but it blends really philosophy and theology. And I characterize it as more of a thought experiment. In other words, what they're trying to do is kickstart a debate within science and within academia and perhaps with the public as a whole. But as I say, they're not claiming to have found something. They just want to talk what ifs.
What stood out to you the most about this research, this paper? And I keep saying research, but it really is more of a paper, as it's essentially thoughts.
It is. And now, traditionally, when we talk about UFOs, and recently, of course, this subject has come out of the fringe and into the mainstream, and we've had, for example, hearings in Congress, and that's, I think, one of the reasons why this paper has been written. But traditionally, when we think about this, we tend to think of it in a very binary sense. People think either this is sort of some misidentification of ordinary objects and phenomena, or it's extraterrestrials visiting the Earth. And what this group of scientists are trying to do is say, let's shift the debate. Let's consider some more exotic possibilities. And that's why, as you said in the intro, these ideas that perhaps these things are not necessarily aliens visiting the Earth, but maybe they are some sort of life form that has evolved on Earth in parallel, and maybe they're even living amongst us in human form. I know it's a great old science fiction trope, but I think that's why something like this is not just interesting, but fun, because it catches people's attention. And as I say, with this subject now being discussed in Congress, it is time to have a proper debate about it.
For sure. And we
You
know
see,
that
say this being discussed in
researchers
Congress,
there,
bro.
the scientists
Telling you
involved,
now.
they did say that they want the scientific community to keep an open mind, quote unquote. So what do you think the reaction is going to be from the science community as they look over this paper?
I think it will be mixed, frankly. I think there is a lot of sort of very, very kind of conservative attitude in terms of not wanting to think outside the box sometimes. But things are changing. And it's interesting that this work is out of Harvard, because Harvard is also well known for being the location where Professor Avi Loeb does his work in the Galileo project. So, of course, as well as being a world-renowned physicist, astrophysicist, he leads the Galileo project, which is spearheading really the scientific and academic search for alien life in parallel with the government search for extraterrestrial life, which is really being run firstly by NASA, and secondly, of course, the Pentagon now have this UFO unit called ARROW, All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. So with people like Professor Avi Loeb, we've seen scientists get more involved than in the past, but it's still a rarity. And I think there's still reluctance to get involved with this. And this paper will, I think, split the community somewhat. Some people will say, great, let's have a debate. But others will say, look, this is too extreme. It just sounds too far out, and some people I know won't want to be associated with it.
And Avi is definitely a friend of the show right here on Live Now from Fox, because he joins us frequently to talk about topics like this. I want to ask, because we talked about the scientific community, but what do you think your average civilians out there are going to say and think as they find out about this paper and the research?
Again, I think it's going to be mixed. There's nothing like this subject to split people right down the middle when it comes to opinions. Some people think it's all a waste of time. Others are absolutely convinced that this is true and that the government already know about this and are covering it up from people. And of course, things that have happened in recent years have reinforced that latter view. We've gone from a position where the US government a few years ago said nobody's interested in this subject and we have no programs, to a situation where we have multiple UFO-related provisions in the annual defense bill, and we've had that for the last 3 years. We've had the Senate and the House having classified briefings and public hearings on this. We've had NASA and the DoD and the Office of the Director of National Intelligence produce reports. So I think while some people will be skeptical, others will say, well, look, there's no smoke without fire here. If the government is taking this seriously, well, it's high time that science and academia is taking it seriously too. So I hope people engage on this.
And that's why we're taking it serious on this channel. I told y'all, look, the one thing about Marina Black, listen, hey, look, man, if I find that shit credible, entertaining, or interesting, nigga, we talking about it, nigga. Nigga, this is hard for here talking about aliens, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. If y'all don't remember earlier last year, the middle of last year sometime, we went over the congressional, they had the alien the little hearing in Congress, remember? We went over that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then a little bit before that, they had the alien spaceship crash in Nevada. Remember when it crashed in them Latino people backyard? We went over that too. And I wasn't just the only blogger talking about that. It was a lot of bloggers talking about that because it was credible. Remember, the police caught that shit on body cam footage. You feel what I'm saying? So this one here got Harvard in front of it. Hey, boy, when that thing put Harvard in front of it, and this is mainstream media here. This is Fox, y'all. This ain't just no bullshit here. You know what I mean? This ain't just no conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? You know, most of the time when they come out and talk about shit like this, they be knowing more than what they tell us. So I feel like if they having this conversation out in public, it's damn near definite that the motherfuckers is here. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. You better see that. Y'all ain't look at that thumbnail I put. Nigga, I got ET on that bitch and I got Venom on that bitch.
Right now on this, where there are more hearings, almost certainly going to be held probably as soon as this.
Them motherfuckers under the ocean though, dog. I'm telling you that where they at, bro.
On your experience, that the U.S., the UK governments maybe know a little bit more about all of this than the public has been made aware of. I would imagine a significant amount of this is probably classified.
Yes, it is. And I mean, just self-evidently, the fact that we've had, for example, some classified briefings in the Senate and the House on this, the fact that when we get these reports from either the Pentagon or from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, that there's a public report and then there's a longer classified version. Just those facts alone clearly indicate the government does know some things that it's not sharing with the people. Now, whether that's literally spaceships hidden in hangars, or whether it's, for example, that some of this might belong to adversaries like China, whether it's the fact that disclosing some of this might reveal the capabilities of some of our own military systems, or some of the methods and sources that we have of gathering intelligence, that is, I think, open to debate. But for sure, there are things the government knows about UFOs that they're not coming clean about at the moment. And every now and then you get hints of that from various senators and other congressional representatives.
And Nick, I do want to ask you one more question about this, because whenever people hear the terms UFO or UAP, they tend to think of extraterrestrials or of aliens. And UFOs aren't necessarily aliens, right?
Absolutely. It could be something with a conventional explanation, like a sensor error, or secret prototype aircraft, missiles, and drones. But circling back, of course, to this paper that we're talking about, it may be that we're dealing with something truly exotic. And why take anything off the table? Aliens, sure, but time travelers from the future, beings from other dimensions. A few years ago, we would have dismissed that as sci-fi. Now some theoretical physicists are openly talking about other dimensions. So who knows?
All right, Nick Pope, thank you so much, as always, for taking the time to join us and break down things like this. Anything else you want to add about any of this before I let you go?
I think the headline here, in one way, should be that this subject is no longer a laughing stock or science fiction or conspiracy theory. It is front and center, a defense, national security, and science issue.
For sure. No, we appreciate you taking the time to be
Y'all
here.
see that, y'all? Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Y'all got to listen to him now. Y'all got to listen to him. Listen, you hear what he say before? He used to be laughed off as sci-fi and all that shit. Now that shit is national security, defense, all of that shit. So what they telling you is, bro, what they telling you is they done found credible evidence that is something else out there. Now, how much do you believe that they know is up to you. But here on Marita Boy channel, I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. I'm letting y'all know now. I know this is like a hip hop type channel, but I'm just look. I'm gonna try to save your life, nigga. Know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to help you save your life, goddamn it. Know what I'm saying? Hey, ain't no sense in me blogging about hip hop if it's motherfucking aliens outside your front door. You feel what I'm saying, nigga? I have a civic duty to my subscribers to try to warn them of anything that might affect them in their daily lives. This is credible. Know what I'm saying? This is from Harvard. We seen the congressional hearing earlier this year talking about these aliens and shit. You know what I mean? We had goddamn full bird colonels, pilots, politicians, all of them saying that they done seen some shit. All of them. You know what I'm saying? Like how long we gonna continue to throw this off as people crazy and this and that there, whatever. They ain't seen none of us hoaxes and all that shit. Bullshit, nigga. Bullshit. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. Like that little video with that little white boy say, oh bullshit, oh bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Nigga, it's something going on out there, nigga. I don't know what's going on out there, but it's something going on out there, nigga. For real. And whatever it is, it's getting closer and closer and closer and closer to being exposed. And this is what this shit is. They softening us up, they warming us up to one goddamn day. You're gonna look out your goddamn window and it's gonna be Independence Day, goddamn it. It's gonna be goddamn Independence Day, nigga. I'm telling you, the motherfuckers gonna be hovering over the White House with that big ass ship, and that goddamn ray gun gonna be coming straight down, trying to blow up goddamn Sleepy Joe Biden and crackhead Hunter Biden ass like a motherfucker. I'm telling y'all, nigga, y'all better listen, bro. I don't know if it's gonna be in our lifetime, but I feel like it is. I feel like within the next 20 years, nigga, we gonna know for sure. We gonna know for sure, nigga. For real, for real. I'm telling you. Listen, I've been softening y'all up for this shit. Was y'all watching the live the other day when I showed the little short and they pulled and the people was on the beach and they pulled out that little squid looking goddamn thing out the sand. Y'all remember? Y'all, why y'all think I showed y'all that shit? Cause I believe that the motherfucking extraterrestrials is under the motherfucking sea. Under the sea. What it is? Like the Little Mermaid. Under the sea. Yeah, I remember this movie I used to watch a long time ago called The Abyss. You know what I mean? If y'all remember a long time ago, there's a movie called The Abyss, where they was all the way under the water, under the ocean, down there, you know, then in like the Marinara Trench, where people can't go where the pressure too hard. And they found aliens, bro. They found aliens. That's where they at, bro. They under the ocean where they know we can't go, and they know we can't find them, and they down that bitch multiplying, and they fucking in the water, and they goddamn putting goddamn they little alien babies in the water, and that's where they at. Do y'all know they say goddamn octopuses is some of the smartest creatures on the planet, and they damn near uh don't know exactly how they get this smart. Octopus got brains in each one of their arms, bro. Octopus can open a goddamn jar of jelly, nigga. You know what I mean? Like octopus is smart as fuck, bro. Y'all ain't watched what that movie was? Damn, what that movie was, man. The Alien movie. In the movie, the aliens look like octopuses. Damn, what that movie was, bro. And they taught the lady how to travel in time. You know what I mean? They kept putting the little language on the little glass in octopus ink. Damn, it was a new movie too. It came out probably maybe about 3, 4 years ago. I watched the motherfucker. But anyway, they made the aliens octopuses, nigga. I'm just saying octopi or whatever you want to fucking call them. I'm just saying they be giving us little bits and pieces of the truth. I'm telling you, you just got to pay attention. They ain't been making these goddamn alien movies all these years for nothing. These people ain't all these people ain't been seeing shit for all these years for nothing. You ain't watch Prometheus. You ain't watch Aliens. They be giving you little bits and clues and shit. And I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you this shit. It's gonna come out. It's coming out. When I see the motherfuckers sitting down in Congress having a civilized discussion on unidentified flying objects, and then they had people that was respected people in the military coming out risking their careers to talk about aliens and UFOs and shit they had seen, and they had this shit broadcasted live, televised for everybody in the world to see. I knew right then. I said, "Oh yeah, this shit real." We broadcast it on this channel. I said, "Oh yeah, this shit real, bitch. There's aliens around this motherfucker." Know what I'm saying? Then when I seen that alien crash in goddamn in Arizona earlier last year, and what got me was that the police body cam footage caught it. The Las Vegas police released a body cam footage of something crashing in goddamn Las Vegas. Now you tell me when a police department gonna participate in a hoax. I wait. It's one thing for people to do it. That's different. But when the police department released body cam footage of the shit, oh, I knew it was real then. I knew it was real then. Y'all remember them Latino people in the goddamn alien thing crashing the back? Let me see if I can find this motherfucker. Let me see if I can find this motherfucker for y'all, man. They got me fucked up, nigga. I be motherfucking paying attention. Yeah. So I'm gonna warn my peoples. It's Aaron's way, bitch. We gonna live, goddamn it. We gonna goddamn live. We gonna be like Will Smith and them on motherfucking Independence Day. My people here on this channel, we gonna survive, goddamn it. Las Vegas. 2023. I think it was 2023. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this the one right here. Let me see. I got it. Yeah, in the backyard, bro.
Okay, what's going on over there?
Look.
Okay, lady. Me, my dad, and my brother, we're working on a truck in our backyard, and we have a big lot outside, right? Correct?
Okay.
We were working, and we just see in a corner of our eye something fall down from the sky, and it was with light. And when it hit down, it was like a big impact, and we felt it. We felt like an energy, and then we hear like a lot of footsteps near us, and then we have a big equipment, and we see, and there's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and it's looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually we terrified of it.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Watch breaking news.
I'm trying to find that one with a body cam. Hold on.
ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness
Let me find the
News.
body cam. With the police body cam. That shit was crazy. Let me see. It was some police that was on a call. And they motherfucking Let me see. Let me see. Body cam. That what got me, the body cam. Let me see. This it right here.
Everyone said it would take 2 years to earn a master's
Tell you.
UGU. There you
Is there something out there?
See the body cam
2/3
footage?
of all
You see it?
Americans believe there are
You see it?
other life forms in the universe.
That from a police,
Maybe
bro.
that's why this has made social media go crazy. A
That from a
light
police,
streak
bro.
was seen in the
And the
sky.
police went at that
People who
scene. The
called
police had
911
another
saying
call.
they saw giant figures in their backyard. So what's going on?
It began with a mysterious fireball
See?
falling from the sky, caught on a cop's body cam. It landed with a crash.
You hear the
Within
sound?
minutes, the calls came into 911. Las Vegas cops were nervous as they approached.
I have butterflies, bro. These people say there's aliens in their backyard.
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
Cops took the call seriously. They started canvassing the neighborhood.
This might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
Science writer Mick West has another
You see what I'm
explanation
saying,
for those
y'all?
giant aliens with big eyes.
Raccoon, which has very big black eyes, could be on top of the fence, and someone could mistake that in the dark.
Man, shut up. You a motherfucking alien talking about raccoon. Bitch, ain't no raccoons fly no green thing and fall, nigga, out the sky. That bitch one of them aliens disguised as one of with his big ass. He one of them, y'all.
Unfounded, but still, cops aren't eager to return to that house.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself.
The Pentagon says UFO sightings have been on the rise lately.
I told
They're
you.
currently looking into 600
I told you, y'all.
life forms in the universe. And maybe
She look
that's
kind of
why
good, boy. I
this
think
has
she can
made
get it, boy.
social media
What you
go
think, Aaron?
crazy.
She can
A
get it, can't
light
her?
streak was seen in the sky,
Come here,
followed by
pink
people
foot.
who called 911 saying they saw giant figures in their backyard. So what's going on?
It began with a mysterious fireball falling from the sky, caught on a cop's
Watch the
body
sound.
cam. It landed with a crash. Within minutes,
That's
the
a
calls
raccoon,
came
huh?
into 911.
Get the fuck out
Las
of here.
Vegas cops were nervous as they approached.
I have butterflies, bro. These people say there's aliens in their backyard.
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
Cops took the call seriously. They started canvassing the neighborhood.
This might sound like a really dumb
Yeah, she'll get it.
but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
Science writer Mick
Now that's the
West has
police
another
walking around asking
explanation
people
for
that
those
now.
giant.
See anything fall out of the sky?
Science writer
Told you
Mick
now.
West has another explanation for those giant aliens with big eyes.
Raccoon, which has very big black eyes, could be on top of the fence, and someone could mistake that in the darkness as an alien being with giant eyes, or something like a coyote jumping over the fence.
The reports are an echo of those campy 50s sci-fi movies about alien invaders. Las Vegas police have officially closed the case as unfounded, but still, cops aren't eager to return to that house.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself.
The Pentagon says
Now, the point I want to make with this video is when the boy actually spoke out, the boy who called the police, the Latino boy, he actually did talk about it. He did another interview. He did another one saying where he spoke about it, and he said that when it crashed in the backyard, he said it was a ship, and it was like two of them, right? He said, but you couldn't hardly see them. He said it was like it was blurry. He said first they it's like they froze them. It's like their body was frozen, right? Like they had some kind of power to make them freeze. And they say everything looked blurry. You know, like when they was looking at them, it looked blurry. And it made me think, and I think he said it was like a cloaking thing. Like you ever seen the movie Predator? How the Predator was moving? He say, and how you couldn't hardly see him. He say that seems like what they had, bro. I'm telling you now, and that go back to that goddamn Harvard study where they say they probably disguised amongst us. We probably can't see them, bro. They probably got some kind of cloaking shit to where we can't see them, bro. I'm telling you now. I'm just throwing that out there, dog. Hey man, look, this was a Harvard study, my nigga, and I find it credible enough to bring it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know Marie ain't gonna bring y'all no bullshit, dog. You know what I'm saying? If I bring you bullshit, I'm gonna bring it to you like it's some bullshit. This here, I just want to educate us and entertain us, and at the same time make us be aware of what the fuck going on around us, bro. While we out here shopping and wearing designer and looking on social media and looking at sexy red and all this bullshit, nigga, the motherfucking aliens is at the gate, bitch. Enemy of the gates, bitch. Them bitches coming, dog. ET phone at home, bitch. I'm telling you now. Now, also on the heels of this, man, something else interesting came across my desk, and it's the strangest beef that I've ever seen, and it's a beef between Terrence Howard and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. Terrence Howard, yeah, let me show you. Terrence Howard. Let me see this nigga. Let me see where this nigga at. Let me find this nigga. Let me find this nigga for y'all. Where this nigga at? This nigga here. Yeah, this nigga here. You know it's one out here for a pimp. Yeah, this nigga here. This nigga here is beefing, currently beefing with Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah. This nigga is currently beefing with the black scientist nigga, the beyond the cosmos nigga. Yeah, the smartest nigga since goddamn Stephen Hawking died. Yeah, that nigga there. Yeah, he beefing with him. And I'm gonna tell you why he beefing, y'all. Because Terrence Howard been running around here telling everybody his theories and his hypotheses, and Terrence Howard done some kind of way turned into. Let me show you. Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me show y'all who Terrence Howard done turned into, y'all. Real talk. Like I can't make this shit up, dog. I can't make this shit up, dog. Hold on one second. Give me a second here. I gotta figure out. I gotta get it. I'm gonna show you who Terrence Howard the motherfucker turned into, dog. You ain't gonna believe this shit. You ain't gonna believe this shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna believe this shit. Him. You ain't gonna believe this shit. Yeah. You ain't gonna believe this shit. Yeah. Where this nigga at? Yeah, some kind of way, goddamn, Terrence Howard done turned into this nigga. This nigga right here, dog. Some kind of way Terrence Howard done turned into this nigga, bro. This is the smart gremlin nigga. You remember the smart gremlin nigga of goddamn Gremlins 2, the new batch? I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. Yeah, Brain Gremlin. Yeah, Meet the Genius. Yeah, this nigga. Terrence Howard done turned into this nigga, y'all. I swear to God, bro. Terrence Howard is talking about moon stars, quasars, quantum physics, goddamn time travel. Goddamn, he done turned into Marty McFly. I swear to God, he done turned into Marty McFly. Yeah. So the nigga from you know it's honey, yeah, for a yeah. Yeah, that nigga there done turned into this nigga. The smart goddamn gremlin nigga. I'm telling y'all, bro. Listen, trust me when I tell you. This nigga done turned this nigga right chill done turned into the goddamn gremlin nigga, bro. Real shit. I'm gonna let you hear. I'm gonna let y'all hear for a second. And then we're gonna get into it and we're gonna discuss how did he get into a motherfucking beef with goddamn Neil deGrasse Tyson. You can't make this shit up, dog. I promise you, you can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up, bro. I promise you. This nigga done went from being a pimp to goddamn a goddamn
drifting away from the sun.
Quantum
Yeah,
physics.
slightly.
This is the mistake I made at the Oxford because they wouldn't allow me to bring my notes or anything. So I said the drift was 6 inches a year. It's 0.6 inches a year.
Mm-hmm.
So if you add up how long it would take the Earth to move, and all of the planets in every solar system is drifting away from their primary at this same exact rate, like 1.5 centimeters. So this is a universal expansion that's happening with everything moving away. So them saying the Webb telescope had proven that those galaxies couldn't have formed 13, 14 billion years ago. But if you would just add up linearly how long it would take the Earth to go from the sun to 93 million miles away. It's 9 trillion. Hold on.
Let's go.
I did all of the little calculations.
These are not little calculations.
This is the math. So it would, 5,280 feet in a mile, 12 inches in a foot. Therefore, it's 1 mile equals 63,360 inches. So the number of years that it will take for the Earth to move 1 mile is 105,600 years. So that in order for the Earth to reach where we are at 93 million miles, it would take 9,820,800,000,000 years for the Earth to get here. Likewise, Mars, at 147 million miles away from the sun, it would take 15,780,480,000,000 years for Mars to get where it was. So at a given point, Mars was here in the Goldilocks zone. And now Venus is going to inherit the Goldilocks zone next. The sun will give, Mercury is under a higher pressure because they're still under the mistake thinking that there's a void in space. So they forget that Mercury is under the highest pressure possible. So it can expand. It's like hydrogen. It's like those octaves before hydrogen. So the atmosphere, the iron isn't able to release any oxygen and the oxides. But when you get to 67 million miles away from the sun, the pressure is a little less, but it's still so much higher than the pressure on Earth. It's like going deep into the very belly of the Earth. That pressure is so very high. And so now the clouds, there's a great deal of sulfur, there's a great deal of ammonia and all of those things in it. But once Earth moves to where Mars is, Venus is going to slowly move and will be right here. You know, in maybe 5 or 6 trillion years, Venus will be right here. And humanoids will appear again and unwind the same way. And that asteroid belt that we have right now between Mars and Jupiter, that used to be a planet. And I believe that they had humanoids that developed on there the same way that everything, that's the periodic table. They call it the periodic table because these things happen according to periodicity. They happen under regular events. You change the motion and pressure conditions, the crystallization changes. We call it a different element, but it's the same substance. Like my hand is one substance, but if I do it like this and do it like this and do it like this, it looks like a whole different thing. And they can call it a different element, but it's the same element under different motion and pressure conditions. I believe that Sirius used to be a planet when it was here, and the humanoids on there didn't recognize that we don't have a solid core. Everything expands as a sphere, and no sphere in our universe, no bubble has a solid core. We're perceiving it as a solid core, but there is not a solid core there. There's just a bubble. And at CERN, that Hadron Collider, that particle accelerator, I believe they did the same thing, and they popped their planet. And it became that asteroid belt.
Really?
Just take it, if you add up all of the weight of the mass of those of the asteroids in the asteroid belt, it will probably equal the same mass as that of Mars.
I thought the concept of the asteroid belt was, well, first of all, there's the concept of Earth 1 and Earth 2, right? So Earth 1 was a planet that was hit by a planet, and that's how our moon was established.
When have we seen that happen in nature?
Well, we haven't seen it yet, right? But these things take a long ass time, and we don't have a whole lot of ability to see things. Our ability to see things, even with the James Webb telescope, is fairly limited, right? Which is one of the reasons why we're able to find these galaxies that should not have been able to be formed in such a short period of time to the extent that they have, which confuses them if they're looking at this 13.7 billion year old universe.
Yeah. Listen, let me tell y'all what's going on here.
Right.
Let me tell y'all what's going on here.
Size,
Either this nigga done
so
took that
you
shit.
believe that the sun is the origin of these planets.
Either this
of
nigga
all
done
the
took
planets.
that shit. Hold on, give me a
Every
second here. Give me
solar,
a second here. I gotta
every
get this shit
star
right.
within its solar system
I gotta
gives
get this
birth
shit right.
to all of these other planets.
I
This
gotta
is
get
what
this shit
Walter
right.
Russell had taught.
Either this nigga, let me see. Either this nigga done took that shit, that goddamn turned that goddamn gremlin into the smart nigga, right? Or this nigga's on Molly. Cause I done seen this shit before, right? I done seen this shit in the hood. You know what I mean? I done seen this shit. You ever seen a nigga on Molly? Boy, that nigga's the smartest motherfucking crackhead nigga you ever seen, nigga. Nigga, when them niggas take that goddamn Molly, them niggas can talk to you about goddamn the quantum time continuum, goddamn it, the goddamn circumference of the square root of pi to the 10th power to the goddamn binary report of the Independence Day of the circumference of the cerebral cortex of the quantum loop binary M screen theory. Them niggas can talk to you like that smart nigga off in living color, nigga. You know the cerebral cortex of the square root of pi is the quantum physics, quantum contanglement of the minutia of the minutia of the minutia of the barbecue sauce. You know what I mean? Like that. Hey, either that nigga done took that shit that made that gremlin smart, or the nigga on Molly, dog. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna just believe the nigga no motherfucking genius, my nigga. But listen, this it ain't done. It ain't done. This nigga right here, TJ, the same nigga that it's hard out here for a pimp. You ain't no nigga. The same nigga that put that whole out his house and put her baby out on the front porch in that goddamn baby stroller. Y'all remember that nigga? This the same nigga. I don't give a fuck because he got a goddamn glass of goddamn Dos Equis. You know what I mean? I don't give a damn because he's sitting up here in an old velvet ass suit with a glass of Dos Equis. And he talking like that goddamn smart gremlin off Gremlins to the new batch, nigga. I still remember you for putting that goddamn little baby out in the cold with his mammy in Memphis, nigga. And wasn't nobody to take him in but goddamn a 3-6 Mafia next door, nigga. Know what I'm saying? I remember, nigga. Know what I'm saying? Do that same nigga. Yeah, TJ, nigga, that's you, nigga. That's you, nigga. Whoop that trick. Get him. Yeah, that's you, nigga. You can't motherfucking fool me, nigga. So listen, this nigga right here got into a beef with this nigga though. Like I can't fucking get past this shit. Now this nigga got into a beef. Let me see, where is that? Damn, where is that? Hold on, give me a second, y'all. I gotta find this nigga. I gotta find this nigga. This nigga got into a motherfucking beef with the smartest nigga. Right here, right? Yeah. This nigga got into a beef with this nigga, y'all. Look, y'all, bro, listen. I can't make this shit up.
He was like, "Hey man, yeah, I'd love for you to come on my show, do my radio, do my TV thing. Would love that." I was like, "Yeah, but I've got something I want to introduce to you."
I got name checked
With
because
this
8
nigga.
years ago,
These niggas
he
beefing.
sent me a 36-page treatise.
And it was only 36 pages.
So this is Terrence Howard attempting to reinvent mathematics and physics. A little backstory there. I took initial interest in Terrence because my mother said to me, "Do you know Terrence Howard?" I said, "Yeah, I know." "You mean the actor?" She said, "Yeah." "Well, I heard him interviewed on NPR. On there, he said that like when he was a kid, he wanted to be like a scientist and study the universe." I said, "Well, that's cool. Okay, maybe we'll get him on Star Talk. We love talking to celebrities who have a soft geek underbelly." At the time, I didn't quite know how to get in touch with him, but we met at something called the Upfronts, which is where networks present their next season's TV shows.
I saw him at an event up front.
And then this came in my inbox. In this particular case, since I basically solicited it from him, I actually spent time reading every line of all 36 pages. And I commented. My comments are in red here. You see that? So I spent a lot of time on it. And I thought, out of respect for him, what I should do is give him my most informed, critical analysis that I can. In my field, we call that a peer review. You come up with an idea, you present it either at a conference or you first write it up, and you send it to your colleagues. It is their duty to alert you of things about your ideas that are either misguided or wrong, or there's the calculation that doesn't work out, or the logic doesn't comport. That's their job. Not all ideas will turn out to be correct. Most won't be. But to get to that point, you need to know things like, what has everyone else said about this same subject? Am I repeating someone else's work? Is this a new insight that no one else has had, but has foundations that are authentic or legitimate or objectively true? Am I making a false assumption? Am I making an assumption that someone else has already shown to be false? All of this goes on the frontier of science. Let me make it clear that I'm delighted when I see people with active minds trying to tackle the great unknowns in the universe. It's a beautiful thing that people want to participate on this frontier. What can happen is, if you're a fan of a subject, let's say, a hobbyist, let's call it, it's possible to know enough about that subject to think you're right, but not enough about that subject to know that you're wrong. And so there's this sort of valley in there, a valley of false confidence. This has been studied by others, and it's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's the phenomenon where a little bit of knowledge, you over-assess how much of that subject.
That nigga just lightweight called Terrence Howard dumb, bro. That nigga just scientifically called Terrence Howard a damn fool, and he don't know shit. That's what he just pretty much said. Y'all see that way? Y'all see how a scientific nigga insulted nigga, boy? That nigga called it the Dunning-Kruger effect. Nigga, you just could have just came out and said that nigga don't know shit, dog. That pimp ass nigga from Memphis, nigga that came out with Hustle and Flow, don't know a motherfucking thing, nigga. Stay in your lane, little nigga. That's what he should have said, because that's what he really motherfucking meant, dog. But he just called Terrence Howard dumb in a scientific way. Man, yeah, they beefing, dog. Watch this shit here, though.
Actually know. And then when you learn even more, you realize, no, I didn't know as much as I thought I did.
Oh, no, the nigga ain't put a goddamn diagram up on the screen how dumb he is. Look, the valley of despair, slope of enlightenment, plateau of sustainability, peak of Mount Stupid. I told you he called the nigga stupid. He called the nigga stupid scientifically. He called Terrence Howard stupid scientifically. I knew it, nigga. You can't fool me. Nigga, I know what a bitch has sold me, nigga. I don't give a fuck how you see it, nigga. I don't give a fuck you say your cerebral cortex is malfunctioning right now, Johnny Five. Nigga, you called me stupid, nigga. Let's fight, nigga. Nigga, let's shoot it out, nigga. And that's what he did, nigga. Well, check this shit out, though.
The more you come back up. Ultimately, learning enough to know whether you were right or wrong. To become an expert means you spend all this time. It doesn't happen overnight. You can't just sit in an armchair and say, I'm now an expert. It requires years and years of study, especially looking through journals where new ideas are published and contested. That's what we have learned is the most effective means of establishing that which is objectively true.
Sound like he trying to say, nigga, you ain't went to school or you ain't studied like us, nigga. You can't be smart as us, nigga. Now he getting a little beside himself, nigga. Nigga, over Redenbacher. No, Uncle Ben, you getting a little beside yourself, goddamn Sanford and Son. Sanford and Son, you get a little beside your motherfucking self now. Because when that dude that was talking with his eyes, Stephen Hawking, was alive, I can hear a rat piss on cotton from you, nigga. You know what I mean, nigga? You wasn't nowhere near in his arena, nigga. Not since the quadriplegic freaky nigga that was on Epstein Island done died, nigga. Now you just all in the videos. You just all in the videos. Yeah, pussy ass nigga calling everybody stupid though. Yeah, I get you. I see you.
Or determining that which is objectively false. Both of those work hand in hand to move the needle on our understanding of the universe. I'm going to read you just my opening line here. It's titled 1 × 1 = 2. So I lead off by saying, this is an ambitious work that is a clear indication of a restless, active mind. Within these pages, however, there are many assumptions and statements that are underinformed, misinformed, or simply false, thereby compromising or nullifying many of the subsequent conclusions you have drawn. That's exactly what should happen in a peer review.
So what he's doing is he
Respect for one
critiquing Terrence
another's
Howard's
intellect.
paper that he sent
It
him
opens with a
and
quote.
calling him dumb in every critique.
It can never occur that the square root of a given number, when added to itself, is greater than the initial number squared. For that would expose a loose thread within the fabric of our understanding, a loose thread capable of unraveling the very ground rules of mathematics. That's a bold statement. So then I just say, this opening thesis is false. There are plenty of examples of this that have escaped your attention. His statement is shown to be false for every number that's less than 1 and greater than 0. For example, the square root of 0.64 is 0.8. 0.8 is bigger than 0.64, and it's a larger number than the original. And 0.64 squared equals 0.4096, a smaller number than the original.
Uh-oh, he got you a little bit right here,
The
Terrence.
next 35 pages depends on your stated thesis.
Terrence
This
might be on
fact
Molly, y'all.
undermines your claims and assumptions and conclusions. It's not about feelings here. It's about objective reality. So at the time, I considered Terrence a strong acquaintance. Then we hung out a bit and had much exchange. We haven't spoken much since then. But go to page 2, and in here, he mentions people who he declares were persecuted because their vision exceeded the myopic view of their contemporaries. And he mentions Walter Russell, Nikola Tesla, John Keeley, and many, many more. Regarding your list of people who have made brave sacrifices, I note that to be a genius is to be misunderstood, but to be misunderstood is not to be a genius. The work of Russell, Walter Russell, has eluded any experimental support, and the work of Keeley is generally not reproducible. Science is about reproducibility. I can have the most brilliant, crazy, fun idea ever, and if I perform an experiment and no one else can duplicate that experiment, it belongs in the trash heap. It's me in my own world, thinking I have landed on an objective truth, when in fact I haven't. That's how science works. The reproducibility of results.
Nigga, shut up with that baby hair on your head, nigga.
Much of it had very real value to physics and our understanding of electromagnetism. And that value is duly recognized by my community in the naming of a unit of electromagnetism after him. You can't get more badass than having a unit named after you. Newton has a unit named after him, for example. The metric unit of force is a Newton. Much of the rest of his work was fringe and unrealized, either for violating known laws of physics or for being simply impractical. Just because you do some good stuff doesn't mean everything you ever did is going to be great. I will further affirm that just because an idea sounds crazy doesn't make it wrong. The system of research and publications in peer-reviewed journals has the capacity to spot crazy but true ideas, provided they're supporting by compelling arguments, and ultimately supported by experiments and observations. Newton's laws, Einstein's relativity, quantum physics were all revolutionary ideas that appeared in peer-review settings or journals. Meanwhile, most of the work of Russell and Keeley had no such success with their ideas. So I think on Rogan, Terrence said that I trashed those 3 researchers.
Attack that I talked about Walter Russell and Victor Schauberger and John Keeley and Tesla as the people that I looked up to. So he threw shit on he was like, well, Tesla stuff worked, but Tesla was never really respected and out there.
When I'm just simply stating the fact, I don't think of that as trashing. I think of that as being honest. I mean, I could have softened it, but I don't think that's what people who care about you should do. People who care will be honest with you about ideas, about thoughts. The world is changing so quickly, and so is everything around us. Unfortunately, we have chosen to remain handcuffed to antiquated and obsolete beliefs. We have put an enormous amount of faith into the methods and practices of old that are as dead today as the men who propagated the notion that the world was.
So when Terrence Howard is doing this, Terrence Howard is saying, I have new ideas that challenge the old norms, right? The old rules of science, mathematics, and physics, right? And what Neil deGrasse Tyson is saying is, hey, look, man, I like that you got new ideas, but just because that you got new ideas, it don't make your new ideas correct. Your new ideas still have to have some basis and provable, uh, uh, because it's improvable theories, right? Because improvable things, like because it's rules to the laws of physics. It's rules to mathematics. You know what I mean? Like, and if your shit is outside of these rules, then we got to call it shit at this point. What Terrence Howard is saying is some of this shit, some of our truths may lie outside of the normal rules, and it might lie out of our current understanding. So we got to think outside the box. But Neil deGrasse Tyson saying this, everything has a structure. Everything, math and all of this shit adds up. It all adds up to, it all makes sense. Everything is mathematics. Math is the universal language, actually. Know what I'm saying? And so if the shit you saying we can't come up with equations and shit to compute what you saying to make it true, then it got to be shit. If you can't come up with equations, mathematical equations to prove your theories, then it's just a fucking thought. It ain't like you. It's just some shit wrote down on paper. You got to show us mathematically how this could possibly be true. Other than that, you just a mollyhead telling us shit out the side of your, talking out the side of your neck. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
So I say here, regarding your
They give us
glorious
mathematics
flat
just to
reference,
get by,
it's not
not
widely
the
appreciated
advanced the
that
math
the
that we
idea of
can
a
do.
flat
For
Earth
real.
predates the
For real. For real.
introduction
I hear you.
and
Let's
development
go.
of the methods and tools of science as we practice them today. Those processes date back to around 1600, coincident with the invention of the microscope and telescope. Before then, truths were whatever seemed right to the senses. Afterwards, and to this day, truth was whatever the verified data obtained by your instruments forced you to believe if your senses otherwise contradicted the data. This fact means that there's no such misunderstanding on the scale of the flat Earth in the era of modern science. And in multiple places throughout the treatise, he's attaching a number to a physical idea or a physical object. That idea goes way back, by the way. Go back to Pythagoras, famous for the Pythagorean theorem, which we all learned in 8th grade, was it, or 9th grade? Pythagoras was also a philosopher who tried to understand how things worked. He felt, among others in his group, that if you assign a number to something, the number can imbue that object with certain meaning and significance, which means then if you manipulate the numbers, that you gain insight into the objects themselves once you've assigned a number to it. There's a lot of that that permeates this document, but it's a long disproven approach to the world. Again, there's nothing wrong with a failed idea. Now other people know to not do it, right? That has value. If we place a candle in front of a mirror, the measurement of light is doubled, is it not? It does not measure as only one light source. We actually see two lights. A light meter will show twice the intensity of light. This is false.
He attacked it so with such vitriol.
Maybe that's too blunt. What else should I say? I'm a scientist. That's what I would tell a colleague. A colleague would then say, "Would thank you," and then we go out for beer after, because that's how that works. And there's an old saying, I first heard it from Michael Dell of Dell Technologies. If one day you find yourself the smartest person in the room, change rooms. I say this is false. The light in the mirror appears dimmer than the source of light itself for several reasons, starting with the fact that no mirror is 100% reflective. But more importantly, the candle in the mirror is always farther away from you than the candle itself. So the light meter will always read less than twice the actual value of the candle itself. I will note that from this work, Terrence produces art, sculptural art, which I find to be intriguing, even beautiful. To me, more intriguing than beautiful, because you got to look at it and you keep looking at it. Like, what is that? And what's going on there? I just want to read you my ending comments here. I could not follow the reasoning on these last few pages, but the illustrations that derive from them are beautiful, regardless of how they were derived. My notes have been strongly critical of your reasoning and conclusions. I was candid and blunt out of respect for the energy you have clearly invested in this work. But if you're sure that you are still right and that I have completely misunderstood your thesis, then you will need to look for another person to evaluate what you have done and solicit their comments. In any case, like I say above, the images and illustrations in your final pages are beautiful works of art, unlike any I have seen. Best to you, Neil. So, in case people wanted to know what actually went down 8 years ago, just always be cautious of the Dunning-Kruger effect. You put in a little bit of work and you have an idea, and then you think your idea is right, wrong, and then everybody's wrong, and that all of modern astrophysicists are wrong. That's bold. That's bold. Audacious. Bodacious. When continental drift was proposed, it was like, what? Land masses are moving on Earth's surface? That's a weird idea. That's going to be a hard sell. We think there's sort of upswelling of the, yes, locally, but whole continents, that's crazy. It would take a few decades until ultimately, when we're mapping the bottom of the ocean, we find that there's a mid-Atlantic ridge that the ridges are separating, like bada bing. So the resistance to jumping on the idea that continents move was not because people were stubborn. It was because people are cautious. Any new idea needs to be put through the ringer. That's how science works. You put it through the ringer. Every possible test you can, not just because it happens to look like South America fits with Africa. Any better evidence than that? Oh, wait a minute. Fossils matched between the west coast of South America and the east coast of Africa.
That's right.
Not recent fossils, fossils from millions of
That's
years
right.
ago. That's interesting. Things that make you go, that brought some more people over to the camp. You keep that up and you reach a point where enough evidence is brought to bear on the question, and then you have a new emergent truth. But at the vibrant energy that goes on at conferences and the contest of ideas, that's how we roll. That's how it works. When Einstein came out with relativity, saying space-time curves, Al, what are you saying? What are you doing? Well, you can test it with the total solar eclipse. So the idea comes out in 1915, is published in 1916, 1919. We measured light around the edge of during a total solar eclipse, because you can't see the stars during the daytime. You see the light rays bent from their actual coordinate positions on the sky. Sir Arthur Eddington, an astrophysicist, provided the first experimental evidence for Einstein's general theory of relativity, which, by the way, was published in a peer-reviewed journal. Crazy idea. The platform to be accepted for the ideas is not social media. It is not Joe Rogan. It is not my podcast. It is research journals where attention can be given on a level that at the end of the day offers no higher respect for your energy and intellect than by declaring that what's in it is either right or wrong or worthy of publication or not. I wanted to post this to my website so you can see my comments mixed in with his treatise, but you got the sense of it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Neil deGrasse.
So that's how that nigga right there ended up with a beef with this nigga. With this nigga right here, y'all. And I felt like putting this on the back end of the UFO announcement, because I felt like this live would, it would fit with the theme and the tone of this live. Yeah, you know what I mean. So we got a little bit of entertainment, we got a little bit of rap, because Hustle and Flow, Terrence Howard and them, they want to, 3-6 Mafia and all them, they want an actual Grammy for the soundtrack of Hustle and Flow. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Howard was in Hustle and Flow. That's the hip hop connection. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, this the science connection, quantum physics connection, sci-fi connection with the alien first story. Then we got the Neil deGrasse Tyson and the Terrence Howard beef, man. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all jump in the comment section and let me know how y'all feel about the beef between Terrence Howard and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Is Terrence Howard Genius? Is he that smart gremlin off Gremlins 2, the new batch? Or is he just somebody that's took some Molly and he just smarter than a motherfucker right now? Because you know I'm telling you, you ever seen a Molly yet? Nigga, them niggas can tell you about the quantum physics, the cerebral cortex, the you know I'm talking about the pineal gland, the third eye. Nigga, I'm talking about meditation. Them niggas is on off of goddamn the last airbender. To the east, my brother, to the east. I'm just saying. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to the channel, share this live, man. Jump in the comment section and let me know what you feel about all of these subjects and topics that I just brought to you in this live, man. You know what I'm saying? Do you believe that aliens are among us? Because that's what the motherfucking Harvard people saying that might be happening. Do you believe Neil deGrasse Tyson or do you believe Terrence Howard? Like, share, comment to this video. Cheer.